day to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up, oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's race day. 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 Crank it up. Oh, it's race.
Well, I do apologize for the rude interruption here, ladies and gentlemen, but live here on Pizza Race TV, we are here today here with the Sim 500 Midnight Thunder Series as we are live on YouTube. Once again, it is great to see you all back on the show. Hi, everyone. I am the Crusader Christian Tribe joining you guys here today. Probably wondering at home, why am I on YouTube this time, not Facebook? Well, problem is Facebook kind of blocked me out. I don't know what they're up to right now, but they locked me out. So currently I'm going to have to work with what I got. But here is your starting lineup for today's action here on the pole number 41. That'll be EJ O'Rourke. The outside, that number 38. That will be Chad Coleman. Row number 2 in the 85. That is going to be Adam Kilday. The outside, the number 39. That is Brian, the Mac Attack Macklin. Row number 3 in the number 3rd in the number 94. It's Fred Anderson. The outside, the number 15. That is Seth Fouty. Row number 4 in the 24 is Mike Kelly. The outside, and the number 1 is Gary Bergeron. Row number 5 in the number 32 it's Sean Macklin. The outside, and the number 31 it's Eric Arnold. Row number 6 in the number 27 it's Randall Watkins. The outside, and the 37 is Andrew Griesbaum. Row number 7 is piloted down there by the 45 of Zach Roethlisberger. The outside, and the number 18 it's Clay Cantrell. Row number 8 in the number 16 in the 60 it's John Higman Jr. On the outside, and the 91 is Wesley Donaldson. Row number 9 the number 2 it is Al Wild, man himself, Alan Wild. The outside, the 90 that is Ryan Willard. Row number 10 in the 61 is John Graham. The outside, and the number 98 that is Jason M. Casper. Row number 11 will be the 33 of Zachary Lane. The outside in the 57 is George Rincon. Row number 12 is Joe Solmaker in the 42. The outside in the number 83, that's Joshua D. Beckham. Our final seed today is the 89 of Logan Quinn. I'm a little late to the party. I'm a little late to the stuff, but right now we are currently getting ready to roll it out onto the strip. 60 laps in the distance here in Talladega right now. Field marching through as we roll into the midnight side of things. Parking them down right through off turn number 4 to that front straightaway. Long lasting impact on that one here as we line up to the green flag starting zone. Here we go, Sim 500 in action. You may hear me go quiet here and there right now at the start turn. We're just trying to get a little bit of a lineup going here with our broadcast channel here. Guys, as well, share the stream around here since Facebook kind of blocked us out today. We don't have our full fan base with us here. We're able to get in touch to them, so we are going to share this thing around as much as we possibly can. We hope you certainly can do the same for us. Speaking of doing the same for us right now, same old stuff here with Brian Macklin, Chad Coleman, and EJ O'Rourke right now, just doing what they do best, and that is just throwing everyone right into the playing field and into the fire right out of the gate. right now. E.J. O'Rourke still keeping the lead. Coleman, Killaday, as well as Foudy, Macklin, Anderson, Bergeron right now trying to work their field games. Tomlinson Jr. kind of laying in the background right now, looking to kind of get into the Monster Energy Drink machine up to stuff. Where the speed can be laid down at and trying to figure out where you can run the cars. I should say. Power these things have at their disposal just tells you everything you need to know about this kind of racing, this kind of execution. You have to nail down every bit of speed, every bit of drive you can, and hope for the best. When you got it down to the line, just hope for the runs and hope for what you can get. I think that's the hardest part though about what we're seeing right now is, again, drivers having to figure every little ounce of momentum and every ounce of drive off they can, considering that they have to pretty much kind of hold their line down, kind of hold the speed up the car and hold themselves accountable for any situations that could really blast themselves into a bit of a mess. Going up 3 wide, sound losing there a little bit. It looks like maybe some company rolling up there. Hard to say who is going where and who's going what, but it looks like that might be the number 31 there of Eric Arnold there on the bottom of that track, or on top there, excuse me, is the Voodoo Machine. Well, he's got a little bit of a sneak sign on that one, doesn't he? Little voodoo scheme on that one here in Alabama. That might not be the best idea. I don't think you want to put any curses on these drivers, let alone yourself here, and that is pretty much what he's trying to keep away from right now. Again, with 6 laps of the distance, you've got so much momentum and so much power, you have to kind of hold the line down, trying to hold the pace in a bit, and hope you don't end up on the receiving end of any issues here as E.J. O'Rourke goes up top side there, bumped up a little bit by Brian Macklin, as Coleman now takes back the lead. Killaday right behind him though, as he now starts to narrow his pace up a bit and getting some serious speed underneath. That's been on us there on the comment section there. We do appreciate you coming on board here as well there. That's of course a little Michael Bollinger hanging around back there. Little 3 wides, floating out of the gate. The number 88 of Randall, the 88 parked up there. Looks like I'm pretty sure if I get a number on that one there, I believe that might be. Sure, I'm trying to get a number. Randall Watkins there on the bottom lane of that 27. I think that might be Sean Macklin there. We're looking. No, that's not Sean. I think it. Okay, there we go. Blake Cantrell there. Like, excuse me. Cantrell. Blake Cantrell right now currently in the middle of the pack there. He's in the 88, not the 18 as he's supposed to be in today. So that's why it got me a little bit confused up there. And not only that, got confused up his names there. Although that last part was not really his fault, as Joshua D. Beckham even getting me a little confused here. He's supposed to be piling the 283. Instead, he found himself in the 28 right now. Having the one of Gary Bergeron right now, currently working hard on that outside lane, trying to get some speed and some drafting going here, get some pack and stack and rack them into the field. Working their way on around through turn number 1. You just see that overall pace and that speed that you can carry through that momentum. The aerodynamic efficiencies of these machines showing little to use or little to less strength, more so on the power of the engines and the way that because also you can use the front and the rear bumpers. Those things can absolutely pound on the gas pedal and push everything to their limits, showcasing the absolute best of the equipment and what they can do to resolve the situations. Stacked up again now 3 wide, and you see some of them having to fall back a little bit there. Macklin going on the attack. Old Mac attacks is striking big time there as Coleman tries to get back on the bottom lane, trying to shoot out from there. Nowhere to go in this case, guys. You gotta really work out your speed. You gotta work out every bit of drive and hope that it doesn't find yourself in a horrible situation later. That is the name of the game right now, and currently that's been what everyone's been trying to do. Currently Coleman and Macklin still hot on each other's trail. It's Fouty. He kind of slipped up right there in the middle. And old Seth Fouty, we've seen him running on the Tuesday Night Go Racing Super Series there. The Super Late Model division, obviously kind of more divisive in terms of what it can do for a pack racing, but it can certainly teach them a few things on how to save the tires and how to save the equipment. This one, well, I mean, honestly, thinking about this kind of race right now, Duck's going to have to kind of learn from past mistakes he's made in that series by simply just working with other drivers and also working through a field. So whoever may have caused him to have a few issues here or there, now he has a chance to kind of resolve them and then dial it back in a bit as we go on board here in the Andrew Griesbaum. Onboard camera there, right down the top, bottom of the middle lane. Here you see the number 91 there, of course. That is old Wesley Donaldson, the WBD die-cast machine. It's always good to see that old machine there on the track, and this graphics and design pretty much accustomed to what he knows and what he has here. Slipping their way right on around there. Macklin, O'Rourke, Fouty, all them coming right into the playing field and now into the zone. Cantrell, he needs to try to get a little bit of a drive up there too as well. You see him kind of parking up on the outside there with Donaldson. 1/6 of the way they're done so far. More he contains the speed, the further it goes along for the drive. That's what makes this interesting here. Midnight Thunder Series. Well, it is certainly a series, all right, that puts the toughest and the craziest to good use. As George Rincon flipped up a little bit back there in that middle pack there. Might have got a little help there from John Higgins Jr. slowing him up there. But either way, all of those drivers just got completely dished out and lost a lot of ground of time. As now O'Rourke sent to the bottom. And O'Rourke right now trying to get back underneath there and get onto it. He's got a 4-wide slew, and he's got a problem right now trying to get back in the lane. Finally finds a groove, finally found some opening there as the 94 Fred Anderson lets him in. But a huge loss of ground and a huge loss of position just thrown right at him. Back around right now, looking up to the front here. Still the main hitters that usually you see up there just continue to get out, dish out what they can. Those that kind of got spread out a bit there from that little caution and hit. Now racing with a little more caution. Field right now just continuing to slow up the pace a bit. Now trying to find a way a little bit closer to that front by working together and using everybody wherever they can. Alongside now, a little 3-wide back in the pack here. Looks like up to the top goes. Looks like Roethlisberger, Cantrell, and trying to mix it in between. Almost 4-wide right out there off Hickman Jr. as well as the number 1 of Gary Bergeron, our lone Canadian today. And Gary, he's had a well-known fact of being able to take control of some of these races and be able to kind of put these drivers to shame and to good use. on, swinging the drive on by. Right now, looks like it could be a little bit of a change-up. Riesbaum, Hickman Jr., Fred Anderson, they're closing in on the momentum and on the control. Trying to find a little opening down there to get around Macklin and Donaldson. Donaldson finally gets his way up to the front, 15 spots up. He's our Hard Charger Awards recipient, but closely falling behind. Maybe the absolute menace of it. And that is the A3 of Joshua Beckham. He's currently 12 spots up. Now 11 started back from the 24th spot. And he decided to just come out swinging with the fences and swinging with the drivers and just go for everything he's got. Nobody's giving a good opposition. No one's giving a good angle at trying to take down the other. They're basically just kind of focusing on what lane or drive they can get around. Many right now currently just trying to see what they can do with the equipment, what they can do with the absolute speed and addition, the power and momentum you can carry through. The destructive sea of these cars and that airflow right now, or trucks, excuse me, are showing you exactly why when you get the speed up and running, you get that power up and going, these things can just absolutely wheel it as much as they can also take it away from you in a little trouble. As Coleman gets slammed down to the bottom lane there. Yeah, it's Fauci just mixing in between, couldn't quite keep his drive underneath him. Does get back in the pack. Boy, that one got a little bit wild there. You saw one driver going one way, another driver going another, and moving his way up to the front. Well, if it ain't, well, I'll be darned if it ain't our old friend, Mike Kelly. The 24 machine today. And the Exalted machine right now currently looking on at possibly making a run for it. We've seen him in the 9, we've seen him mainly in the 2. Now he's added a 4 to his 2 as he's got the 24 today. But honestly, if you're going to pick a truck to run a number on there, might as well have a little 24 there for that. Cooking them up a little bit there, up onto the middle lane, now down towards the ground. Looks like it could be Safauti, could be the other Macklin coming into the pack and maybe trying to stack him up a little bit. Hard to really say right now because right now Brian currently ahead in the leaders book, but the other one of his kind is this drive. Sean Macklin, way back when they're in that field, I should say. He's trying to get up there and closer to him if they can. Eric Arnold, the number 31 right now, currently driving the Voodoo machine. Oh, I got a little bit too close on the outside line there, and I think I may have got confused there earlier with Macklin, so I apologize in advance, but Arnold just smacking right up there with the 50 of Fauci, and all that speed and momentum just gone right out the window. Here comes Jason M. Casper right in your living room as he now charges up to that front. Here, Martin too, he had to get right off that throttle before he got too close to maybe for his own good. A little bit of trouble back there in the pack, it looks like. I think that might be Jason Casper, and that is, oh, caution's out for him too. The 98 machine, putting the WBD diecast machine up in trouble, and now this race goes up in flames for him there, unfortunately, as they'll come to a dead stop. Just barely missed it on our end here. We'll take a look at the replay and see what exactly happened. Looks like he got a clip there in the back, and then he found himself in the worst possible spot. Try to straighten it out. Oh! And that's the end result. Parts flying off and right in front of trucks there. That's why that caution came out too. As soon as the officials see anybody going right by him there, that's when trouble begins. Sean Macklin, the one that took him for the hit. Honestly, if all things considered, at least he didn't hit him on the hardest part. Oh, gosh. But that's still the worst place to be hitting at, man. So the caution will come out, helps out for the other drivers to catch their breath, if you will, and maybe catch a chance to get back into this fight here. But it's definitely not what they wanted to see and not what they wanted to have to deal with here in this case. So again, for those that are just tuning in right now, and I do apologize in advance for the fact that you were probably wondering where the heck is the Facebook version right now. Well guys, here's the thing. We currently have the issues of Facebook not really giving us any help there, so we weren't able to really figure out why it was not working on our end. Well, from pit road, EJ Orr taking full center and control there. Macklin going out on the second spot. Roethlisberger getting the third. Field looking on at their overall position now, what they have to kind of deal with here. A lot of troublesome places to be facing off at. So now doubling up here, down to that back straightaway here. We'll have to see who gets the best of the runs here and who gets the best of the drive coming back to the line here, because again, just about halfway done with this one here, and we'll see what happens in this late going. Fun Times JC says Kaufman been missing lately. Well, we'll have to see about that here. I mean, obviously, I don't think we actually have seen him here on the show today. See, maybe he is up to the challenge though one of these times around here. But we do appreciate you coming on board here, Fun Times JC. Hope you're enjoying the show here. I think you're. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the channel and will be visiting us here live for the first time, be sure to like and follow us up on our Facebook and of course here on our YouTube. Subscribe for more great content. Hit up our Instagram and I wish I can call it Twitter, but it's now X here. Line them down to the green flag start and back underway. Here we go. Turn our through to the back straightaway. We got a major problem down there. Huge wreck ensuing. Eric Arnold in the wreckage as well as looks like Fred Anderson. Both drivers completely taken out on the back half there as they still remain green somehow. Both drivers though unbelievably able to just keep the trucks going, but unfortunately nothing coming out for a caution wise on that one. Not too sure what exactly transpired. We'll try to look at the replay here. It looks like Anderson came up right into the 91 of Donaldson and just got completely nailed in between. I am really shocked that was not a caution there, but both drivers at least able to resume on, but not happy whatsoever with that result, and hopefully they can try to get a way back into this. Macklin, Roethlisberger, Orwick, and Gilday right now fighting their way down from the back straightaway with the same area where they just had that major mistake happen there. Right around the track right now and up to top side. Roethlisberger, oh boy, I don't know if I would have made that move there. End up getting clipped up right in close between with the 24 Mike Kelly. These drivers right now, honestly, I'm kind of having a hard time figuring out where they want to go and where they want to even drive round two. All I do know is Orwick right now being a race leader pretty much in a comfortable spate here. Trying to make a little run for it here. He's got that 45. Roethlisberger now right behind him. Looks like even though Roethlisberger may not make too many friends back there with like Mike Kelly and Seth Fouty kind of getting trapped up. Ooh! As Org now, he goes down straight to the bottom lane. That is a whole lot of mess there. I don't know what's going on in that 41, but that's not a place he wants to drive to. Just dished up right to the top bottom side there and didn't get himself into any mess other than just getting out of that mess. And now Steph Fouty punching and literally the living daylights out of Mike Kelly's rear bumper there and looking to try to push him off as far as he can. Neither driver able to get the better of the other in absolute mayhem and excitement, just coming right into the spotlight and into your living room as they come screaming down the front stretch. Yeah, you wanted to see overall power and momentum. There's a good way to see it there, race fans. Halfway, just about done with this race. Sean Macklin now moving up 3 spots. 13 for John Henry Jr., 12 for Logan Quinn back there. 10 for George Rincon. And now Hickman Jr. with the race lead, 14. Waltberger got the 10 spots up, and now looking to try to get a few more out of it. Every driver for themselves right now just wanting to get as much of a chance at that race lead and much less out the race win. I mean, being able to say you won at Talladega is probably one of the most satisfying things I guarantee you anybody could even begin to imagine. Lap traffic down below them. Jason M. Gasper there, unfortunately, gonna have to be like a ghost and unfortunately just disappear from the sights for just a little while. James M. Gasper, unfortunately, after that little tag he got in the back earlier, sending him screaming into the wall down below. Nothing he can really do about it. Making their way around the track right now. Griesbaum, Cantrell. Looks like even Garrett Bergeron moving up a quick lane or two there with some knees. Usually you see not too often on the show here, but when they run out here on the Superspeedway style racing here, they obviously put on quite a bit of a show and quite a bit of a little drive out there. Up a little bit towards the top half, and Orton down to the bottom lane. Macklin, Higman Jr., Roethlisberger, and the other Macklin, Sean Macklin, just starting to get a little bit comfy, maybe a little bit eccentric on what they'll do. Stacking them up a little bit right now towards the bottom and now the middle lane. Hickman Jr., Kilday, all on that game pen here. And it looks like Kilday 3 wide for the race lead with Macklin and Hickman. Just kind of stretching their ways around the track. And these guys right now just cannot get enough of what they're doing and trying to build up that speed and power. But again, the further they go, the harder it becomes to stay within the realm of control. That speed and power that these drivers get, again, just makes this truck so instantly harder to deal with. And if you get a little bit loose, a little harder to push on the aerodynamic flow, you get way too... Scratching them up a little bit more, and now it looks like this could go either way here. My question is which one will end up blinking first, or which one will end up giving it away first? You got to consider the options here. You got all that power and momentum to work with and all that to deal with. But what you don't have is the overall consistency and the overall dilemmas that could barrel towards the absolute madness of insanity. That's honestly what these drivers are probably going to have to realize here and have to figure out how to just stay focused. Stay focused on your drive, stay focused on your controls. Don't let anyone try to push you aside or push you even further than you already are. 25 laps left to go here at Talladega. Three laps left in this race now, and the field trying to pace out, trying to dictate their own control and their own morals. Neither one just wanting to give it to the other. Slowly but surely kind of cooking their way around on that back half now through turn number 3. Coleman digging his way up a little bit more. Kilday still your hot shot for the race lead, maybe looking to take the win away from some of these guys. And a lot of drivers have yet to been back at victory lane after so long out of the spotlight. Currently just looking at their running order and how far along they've come along. Again, it's just crazy to me how quick they can go from front to back in these kind of races, man. They actually just push their luck and push their limits, obviously. But what makes it that much harder is just the overall intensity, the overall feeling you get. Just trying to beat out the best and toughest of drivers. Steph Alti now rolling up to the top side there. Got a little bit of run there as Bergeron now works with him. Bergeron again probably looking at his options, probably weighing in his thoughts here as that number 1 machine currently going. Step 1 spot up in his qualifying position. Qualified 8. Trying to get a little bit further ahead and trying not to get too bunched back there, the further he gets bunched back from the middle to the back, the harder it's going to be to get any kind of run going for him. And he knows that it's just more and more tricky to give people a chance to work with you when they all have the same mindset late into this race. Getting more and more tricky to kind of figure out where to go. I mean, right now you look at the way the lanes are working, it looks like the bottom lane is kind of the best over under. The middle lane's kind of in a low ball center of gravity, but then you got that outside that's just almost begging for anyone to go down there and have a little fun, see if they can build some speed up. Back around right now. Randall Watkins, that number 27 machine, has been kind of a little bit slow on his paces and slow on the track, but he has not let up in terms of what he's looking for and where he's looking to go to. I think really his mindset's been more focused on where is the best control and where is the best area it's going to work around and work with. Starting to get a little more difficult though, as he's even facing some tough competition, some tough strategies here. Coming down to the last bit of this race though, past under 20 laps to go, 18 laps remain. And looks like maybe a little bit of trouble down there. George Rincon sent back a little bit, but does keep the Goodweiser machine somewhat relatively out of the problematic zone. Bergeron left all alone. He's going to get some help though as the Wild man, Alan Wild, all being too generous down there. Gives him a little bit of a break, a little bit of an opening to kind of work with here. So far, Fred Anderson, James and Jasper, Eric Arnold have been the recipients of issues or troublesome today and have not been able to get themselves back to the front or back in the race pack here and stack them up with the field. And I think that's honestly probably what it's probably been kind of the condolence era of this race. Only one caution so far and been just absolutely crazy amount of control and speed mixed in between. Top 3 will talk with us after this race, your race fans here, and then we will send it on its way. We will have another broadcast with the Sim 500 crew on Sunday night. It was supposed to be 2 weeks off for us from Battle of the Metal Racing League, but the Sim 500 crew said, nope, we're going to change that up for you. So they will be joining us here live on the show. Once again, Sunday night from October 29th to November 5th, so be sure to tune in for those as well. Start to just start put the final pieces of the puzzle here. 16 laps needing to be finished up here. Chad Coleman and Adam Kilday right now just looking at what is their best options to work with here as Mike Kelly continues to try and maneuver and swerve his way through. And again, Mike, the last time he was in a Truck Series race that I was aware of, he honestly pretty much put everything to good use back at Phoenix Raceway, but it was not what it was going to end up being. Kelly now going to get plowed off back in the pack here again, going up towards the top here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, easy down there. Just see, look like Cantrell and Wild are kind of holding their breath. That 31 and Eric Arnold. Eric Arnold right now probably none too pleased with everything that's happened to him today, but man, he almost threw himself into a complete 180 of a mess down there. Pit stops now coming up here as they rolling back into pit road. Can they get them all in without trouble? So far so good. Looks like that will be every single one of, oh boy, almost every single one of them. They look like Ryan Willard there, Zachary Lane. I think that might have been Zachary Lane just ahead there. Almost causing that mess there. Yeah, that was Zachary Lane. Now the field having to figure out when and where is the best time to get in and out of pit road. This is their opportunity to set it up. Pit stops included in Zap Roethlisberger's pit stop through and through. Kilday, Rincon, Coleman, Macklin, Wild, Cantrell, Griesbaum, Ork, and Bergeron, your top 10 from pit road. Like Coleman, Macklin, Rothberg, Kilday, Rincon, Cantrell, Wild are the only ones, and excuse me, Griesbaum, they're the only ones that were able to stay with the pack and able to keep themselves mulched up on the momentum. Hard to really say which one's going to get the better of the opportunity, though, considering how far these drivers are now stumbling their way around. Rincon right now looking like he's got a pretty good opportunity here to take some control of this race here. 21 spots up here now, looking to finish strong. I'm honestly just absolutely stunned right now and amazed that these drivers have been able to put themselves, their testament and their bodies on the line here, as well as their minds and mental anguish and distinguish to be able to just go this far, get this go along of a ride. Now here we go, coming to the line here, we've got 10 solid laps left, need to be finished up. And man, you can see the difference too and how far each driver is from point A to point B. The leaders just pushing and pulling far away from anything these guys are even close to. Coming right around, though, there's a big problem ahead, and that's a lot of traffic, though. Macklin, he tried to get right back on the bottom of it, and he just got straight nailed into the corner of it. And he's trying to get out of that mess there. Unfortunately, though, he's going to find himself a little bit more trapped than he wants to be. I think that might have been that 2042 of Joe Stoneacre. That's the one that caught Mac Attack off completely guard there. And that 96 right there in between them as well. Not giving them any chances or room there. Looks like closer than they expected. Now everyone just trying to fight and scratch out of it. Bumping and banging the side doors and panels down to the slide here. They are still neck and neck. Neither driver giving an inch. Coming down like, whoa, trouble right in front. Here are the leaders, trouble in front of the leaders down there. Kilday getting completely taken out there. I think Roethlisberger also into the mix. Two drivers going for the race win out of this one now in contention. Chad Coleman and Macklin trying to keep their pace up and trying to get some speed going. Alan Weil now moving directly in the back. Unbelievable race, fans. Everything just completely hinging on a golden opportunity. And absolutely just getting demolished there into that mess there with 7 laps left to go. Only the time for the execution and everything else in between going to be set to go for that one. Who will be able to hang on this one here right now is currently Cantrell. Doing what he's got here and doing with everything he can to get past Wild, Macklin, and Coleman. Coleman has not been to victory lane, though, in quite some time. Is today finally that golden opportunity, that chance of a moment for him to shoot for? Six laps left to go right now. Oh, big shot there, right? Unfortunately, Macklin trapped up and a nasty hit collision course for trouble. Oh, no. Oh, Cantrell, unfortunately, going to be the one that gets the receiving end of this mess. And now he finds himself in something even greater than that. What a huge hit and an absolute heartbreaking moment here for him and this team. That 31, unfortunately, just flipped him off. Eric Arnold gonna catch a huge break now to get a chance to be able to maybe make a run for it here, but unfortunately, what a heart. Clay right now just cannot believe it. He is absolutely furiated. That hit just took his race out. He's gonna have a chance still, but again, the damage may be too severe. Gets into Macklin. McAttack just getting taken for a ride. Gets himself at least saved at least, but you know that was just absolutely maddening, that hit there he took. Field right now currently pacing their way back into this mess here. Coleman, Wild. A few good drivers right now, probably just trying to look at the overall situation here. So now halfway, now fully ending this race out here. John Graham says agree, JC. John, thanks so much for tuning in right now. We got 2 laps left to go for this one. Coleman, Wild, Griesbaum, Rincon, Orwork, Macklin, Roethlisberger, Donaldson, Quinn, and Lange looking to finish this one strong. Big opportunity now, set sail for this round here, race fans. They are getting set to go from corner number 4 to the front straightaway here. Coleman looking to do everything he can to finally get into victory lane again. Wild looking to try to shut the naysayers up a little bit and prove the Wild man still has what it takes to be on top of the mountain. To the green flag, we wave him off to the front straightaway. Here we go for the Midnight Thunder Series. Stacked up right now and mixing them up a bit. Everyone's trying to move the chains. Drivers right now just wanting to keep their momentum up and keep the power down on the lanes here from turn 2. They go through the straightaway. Back stack on that back straightaway here. 3 wide, saluting just for a minute. Rincon giving it everything he's got to get around Wild. Sean Macklin putting the Reese's to the 32. Trying to get a little scary up in here. Wild though, down the bottom. Big jump in push right there on Coleman. Coleman nailed him on the back. Couldn't quite get enough room off him to pass. Wild now has got the lead here as he rolls it right back underneath. O'Rourke trying to get the aggressive levels back to good use. And indeed he will. He'll have Coleman right there in the mix here as we roll it down to the white flag lap. This time on by. Watar wrecked it big time there, right in the back half and in the mix here. Unfortunately, everyone going out and going into crazy town. Huge wreck ensuing. Everyone's still piling up back there. Mike Kelly destroyed in that mix and unfortunately now down. O'Rourke now leading it down there with Coleman right on the bottom lane trying to shoot it up. Final last leg of this race coming up. O'Rourke, Coleman trying to get it everything they can. Sean Macklin running it through. Trying to build speed. Wild looking for one more chance to get around all of them, but he's not going to get enough time here, I don't think. Coming dead set to the line. Onto the front straightaway here. It's going to be a drag race, and Coleman gets taken. It's going to be O'Rourke to the line. EJ Ulrich wins it here in Talladega, but not without some absolutely insanity mixed in. And Ulrich right now having a little bit of fun taking for a bit of a ride down there. Let's take a look at our race results here presented by the Sim 500 Racing League here. What a wild little spot it's been and what a race it has become. Facing them up, or we're getting the win. Donaldson, Roethlisberger going second and third, Macklin going fourth, Coleman fifth, sixth to Rincon, wow, seventh, eighth to Willard, ninth to Cantrell, and Graham getting a top 10 in this one. Nobody was certainly safe in this, but absolutely getting completely out of control, and what a run here. Well, there is some work to do right now currently, as currently O'Rourke has a little bit of fun down there. It's time to listen into your top three drivers here for this one, as Roethlisberger getting the third place position here. We'll listen to him in just a minute here, but there goes your race winner yet again. Solid effort and drive there from him and the team, but man, talk about absolutely insanity mixed in on that drive. See if they come and talk with us here real quick. We do not have all night, unfortunately, so we'll get the overlays up. If they do decide not to talk with us here, we'll go ahead and close up shop for the night. Wesley Donaldson is here, though, so we'll take a listen down with him now. Your second place finisher joining me here on the call here, and Donaldson coming out strong as can be and with a big second place there. But to the line, Donaldson, absolutely insanity as those drivers just got taken for quite a ride there, good sir.
Yeah, that was a pretty crazy finish, just like all these kind of seem to be at this point. But yeah, pretty fun race overall. I don't know if I quite got into Allen there. I couldn't tell. I might have tapped his rear bumper and kind of started that last wreck off, but ended up in the right spot, right time. Just one position too shy.
May have been one position too shy, but hey, still pretty good on the overall efforts here. I mean, was there anything you could have really done differently here in Talladega? Would you have tried it, or you think this is the best you can really do with it?
I was really trying to get to the high side, but a hole just never opened up on that last restart. I wasn't in the right position coming into that last restart anyway because I kind of slid through my box. So I guess if you take that mistake away and get lucky that a hole opens up, I might have had a little bit better shot. But when you get kind of pinned on the bottom like that, you're just kind of stuck.
Certainly the case indeed, but hey, at the end of the day, Donaldson, you're still walking away with a solid second place today. Who do you want to thank for that one?
Yeah, just want to thank everybody here at Sim 500, all the other admins who helped put this stuff on. Thank you for coming out and broadcasting the last few weeks. We've had some great races. It's been a ton of fun. And shout out to my team, BPPC Motorsports. Everybody tonight was super helpful trying to work together to get everybody to finish up front. Didn't quite work that way, but and then shout out to WBD Diecast, which is my Instagram where I do make custom diecasts.
All right, well, Wesley, man, great to hear from you again, and hopefully some more diecasts be putting up for you today here. But nevertheless, congratulations taking home for second.
Yep, thank you.
Overall position for him and the team there today, ladies and gentlemen. Your race winner today, EJ O'Rourke, though, taking full control of this one, and what a day it has been for him. So I guess he'll just celebrate out there a little bit. I've got to head out here. It is a late night here, and I got to get going. I got some family priorities to take care of. But race fans, we have been a pleasure here in Talladega. We love you guys here on Pizza Race TV. We hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, stay safe out there, everyone.